my best friend, y'all. My best friend, Jessica. All right, so we're going to do the best friend tag. I just pulled a few random questions from YouTube and Pinterest and just whatever I could think of. So if y'all have any questions y'all want us to say that we didn't answer, comment down below. So let's start with the easy one. Let's do where we met. So this is we're going to do it two different ways. We're going to kind of make a game out of it, some of the questions, because I feel like it's going to be really interesting. And then we're going to do just give some information, because I bet it's a bunch of stuff that I don't even know about. Just some info, y'all. I just turned 29. She's a year younger than me, and we have known each other since we were in 5th grade, which was 10 and 11 years old. So subtract 29, 19. I've known you over half my life.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna start with how we met. So it's kind of I don't want to make it all mushy, but I'll let her do her side and I'll do my side.
Why do I have to go first?
Well, I can go first. It's my channel. I was trying to be curious, but I think it's funny when you ask relationships, how did y'all meet, and two people always have a different story.
Yeah.
So I just want to see. I want to see if that's the same. So am I first or you first?
You go first.
So
I'm just gonna interject every time. I'm no.
No, don't you? We were in 5th grade, and I was I really like that girl's hair. This girl is so funny because the more I got to know her, she's never worn weave her whole life. But in 5th grade for back to school, I think she had some long box braids. I was oh, I like her hair. She looks cool, whatever. I don't remember how we exactly. I don't remember how we started talking, but I was just oh, I like her hair. She's pretty. And then we just kind of kept bumping into each other or whatever. And we were starting to be best friends around probably middle school, just because we had so many of the same classes, same homeroom, every year.
And I was completely new to that school, and it was 5th grade, so I didn't know anybody. I had just moved.
And she was really tall. It's crazy because most of the girls were the same age, the same height, and I felt I was short for my age, but I didn't feel really short until probably middle school and high school, everyone got tall, and I was hey, what about me?
You were always short.
I feel I wasn't. I'm 5'2" and you're 5'11". 5'11". See, best friend tag. I knew that. Let me see. We got to be best friends. I think when we were in middle school, we were in a group together called Best Friend Diamond Girls. And I think just being in that group, there's so many field trips and seeing each other all day in school, being in each other's homeroom, and then just seeing each other after school programs and then field trips and stuff. We just eventually started hanging out a lot more. And then I think it was 6th grade, we were in the same science homeroom, Mr. Nelson, and we used to pass around. We used to pass around these notes. We made these corny names. I was reading this book, this Nancy Drew
Mr. Nelson
book.
was 7th grade. That was not 6th grade.
That was 6th grade.
No, because his class was downstairs.
His class was upstairs.
Okay. I had him short longer class. Because we used to talk about Degrassi in that class, and Marquel was in our class.
That was 6th grade.
It was not. I was not on the first floor in 6th grade. I was upstairs.
Oh god, this is too much to think about. We're gonna find out the truth.
Mr. Nelson. There was something wrong with him. They had made a song about him, and I can't remember what they said. But I just remember Mr. Nelson. Mr. Mel should be closed. He used to always say that.
I remember because his class was homeroom for us, so we had to go there every morning and every night before not every morning. Every morning when we got there, and then after every afternoon before dismissal. Might be right too. And I remember that was the year that the Neptunes came out grinding, and everyone used to have boom,
the pencils.
Everyone used to do it on the desk, and we had a science class. So ours was a lab. That was 6th grade, Jessica.
You're right, and Mr. Nelson was upstairs, but we did have science together too in 7th grade. It was downstairs because we also had I had English with Jasmine, or social studies.
I don't remember too many middle school. I remember Mr. Nelson. I remember Miss.
Do you remember
Whitaker.
they tried to poison our teacher, the social studies teacher in 7th grade with
Somebody put hand sanitizer in soda.
It hurt. She used to drink a Diet Coke literally faithfully every day. And
I just remember something from middle school. Was it elementary? No, middle school. We were downstairs. Oh, this is probably 8th grade because we had algebra, and it was a corner classroom.
I didn't have class with anybody in 8th grade. I had to make not all new friends.
Downstairs.
I had to get cool with completely different people in 8th grade.
It's too much, guys.
None of y'all were.
We already had a few glasses of wine, so my brain is woo. All right, so back on track. Yeah, so that's when we started being best friends. Oh, so in 6th grade, I read this book by Nancy Drew, and in back of it had like the secret little grid and had like a dot and like little arrows to tell you which was which. I'll insert a picture so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about, like the actual code. And we used to like, we used to write each other secret messages, like, and then it was me, her, and this other girl named Christina, and we would just give ourselves corny nicknames. Like I was, and they all started with S. I was Superstar, so whenever they wrote my name, they would just like write a star. Hers was...
I remember Christina was Spoiled Brat.
No, you were Spoiled Brat.
I was not.
And she was something Angel. Sweet Angel.
I think I was Sweet Angel and she was Spoiled.
No, I think you were Spoiled Brat.
I would never agree to that, so that's
she was Spoiled. I'm gonna find them. I keep everything like that. Okay, so first question. What is your middle name? I'm more than sure my question is right in this one, so I'm gonna let her go. And this is not fair to her because my middle name is so off. Like, I'm ashamed that my mom named me this. So
don't say that.
I'm just gonna let you go first. Do you know?
I can't remember, and I thought it was Denise, but I know that's not it.
Denise.
So just tell me.
Is that your final answer?
I know it's wrong, but Denisha.
Denisha. Oh
no,
my
I know
gosh.
it's not. I know it's not that. I was just picking with you.
Okay.
Like, I really can't remember at all.
Okay. I'm gonna give your answer, and I'm gonna give my answer. So yours is Miche.
Like paper mache. Do you know when I went to school? So I went to Liberty, so it was not as culturally diverse. And somebody asked me my middle name, and I told them, and I never realized that. I never knew what paper mache was, first of all. And then so
it's spelled different. M-A-C-H-E. Yeah. Yours is M-I-S-H-A-E.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, my middle name's Mache. And I'm like, didn't never minded my middle name until they were like paper mache. I'm like, what is that? So ever since then, I think I've been a little more, not embarrassed, but just like a little more shy.
It's pretty. At least your name's cute. And you're named after your auntie Shay. Is her full name Mache?
Yeah, it's just spelled with a Y at the end. That's what I mean.
M-I-S-H-A-Y. Oh. Okay. My middle name, I have two, so that's already a mouthful. So my first middle name is Deneen, which
I was close.
I know a lot of people named Deneen. That one is not so bad.
Yeah,
I like Deneen. Deneen is actually acceptable. And then my second middle name is Katrin.
I knew that too.
K-A-T-R-I-N.
It's the Y. That's why I couldn't
not
remember.
Katrina, Katrin. And
I don't
my
think
mom.
that's bad.
It's not bad. It's just like I feel like it's annoying. Her whole reasoning, excuse for naming me Deneen Katrin was she had two best friends at the time, so she named me. One of her best friends was named Renee, so my middle name was Deneen just to have the double E thing, and then Katrin was off her best friend, who was my auntie Trina. I still see her all the time, her little one, and I love my auntie Trina, but I just hate the name Katrin, so she named me in honor of Katrina, so it's just K-A-T-R-I-N. I almost rather be named Deneen Katrina, but I think it just played off too many, like Ariana, Deneen, Katrina, Millington was just like too much, so it's like Katrin. Katrin was like the spice back in the day or something. Okay.
It's different.
It is
At least use your
different.
middle name too, since you don't like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop it off.
Don't do that.
I'm married now. Okay, shoe size. Okay, I'm gonna guess. I feel like I know this. Oh, do you want to go first on this
Don't
one?
embarrass me. Yes. No. Well, I think you wear size 7.
I think we should do it because women are so different. So let's do like sneaker size, and then we'll do like dress shoe, flats, high heels, and then we can do boots because I have boots. All three of those are different size. You don't wear different size boots in your like dress shoes and your sneakers?
I mean, it depends on the shoe. But
Right.
That's like what you're not gonna know all of that.
All right. So your number is you told 7.
7. I know you wear like between a 7 and 8, 7.5.
Okay. Those are both acceptable answers.
Yay.
I'm gonna say 10.5 or 11.
I wish. I'm a 12.
12. Okay.
Solid 12. across
She's
the
really
board.
tall, y'all. So it's
I
not.
wear a 10 in men, and I normally always get my sneakers in 10.
She doesn't even look like her feet are big, like, because she's just so tall. It just works. I've seen really short people who have, like, really wide, long feet, and it's just like, ugh. So.
Yeah, I will say that I'm grateful that I don't have like wide feet also, because I know a lot of people who have
Or, like, flat
bigger
feet.
size.
Like Fred Flintstone feet.
Yeah. I will be grateful for that. But.
So my answer for sneakers, I will wear a 5.5 boys, just because it fits. Like when I wear 7 sneakers, there's so much room, and I'm like, why are they different? And they're like, because it's women's sizes.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And then when I wear like flats and high heels, I'm a 7. And then boots, I always try to do an 8 or 8.5. Sometimes a 9. Like it's one brand, like Jessica Simpson. Her shoes are really small.
Her shoes run small because she actually, like, it was a time, like, my feet grew, I think, when I got probably like 25. And so, like, I couldn't wear 11s anymore at all, where I used to be like 11 and a half, 11. Now I'm like a solid 12. Oh. But Jessica Simpson never
Remind me, guys, this is a story time. I have to tell y'all about being in her wedding and one of my toes like losing circulation.
Oh my god.
It's actually funny. So
it was worth it. You were cute.
Just thinking about small shoes, I'm gonna have to go back and like that's gonna be like some extra credit, like bloopers for y'all. But yeah, and boots I'll wear 8.5 or 9 just because I always like to wear thick socks. Like I used to just wear size 7 boots and just have really slim socks, but like if snow ever got in my boots or like if I take them off and walk around someone's house with thin socks, I always feel like naked. So I just always do 8 or 8.5 boots.
Well, it's too hard to find 13, so
12 boots.
12 is what I do.
Okay, now I know that, so I can do some Christmas shopping. Well, not Christmas, but all right. Next one, something that annoys me. So the next question is, what is something that annoys you? So it doesn't have to be one thing. If you can just name 2 or more, I think that would be great. I already know her answer, so you first.
You already know my answer. I don't get annoyed, first of all. I'm too peaceful for that. No, I'm just kidding. I get annoyed by a lot. You're annoying. I'll do one and you one.
Okay.
You hate being late. I know that.
Yes.
That's something that really annoys you.
It makes me crazy. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think I have OCD or anything. But when I'm late, it's like, I just feel like it was like, so one thing that annoys you, kind of with the whole patience thing, this girl has road rage, y'all. If you're ever behind a wheel with her, just like,
hold on, but did you die? Did you die?
Exactly. It's people like this that always be like, but did you die? Like, the memes were created for her because I drove a little crazy. I thought I drove a little crazy. I think it's like her tall superiority complex, but she just
can't stand when people don't know how to drive.
She be rolling over people.
It's simple.
I just be like,
the gas,
oh my
go.
god, like
stop when you're supposed to stop.
I just feel like I have high anxiety when she's driving because I'm just like, whoo.
I'm a lot calmer now though. I realized that, especially being in like a bigger city, it's like so many different people are transient, and so they all learn how to drive in different places. So I try to be understanding, like everybody's rules aren't the same. But one thing that still really irritates me is people not knowing how to merge. Don't stop at the beginning of the thing and not go.
Just signal and move slowly. It's a yield.
It's easy.
Yield.
I don't understand why people don't get that.
Yeah.
Another one. You're like extra organized, so I feel like.
Oh man, am I OCD?
I don't think OCD. I just think your organization really like hurts you.
Yeah.
It makes you feel off balance. It's almost the same way with like being off time.
Yeah. Yeah, I do hate, like, I get really annoyed when, like, because I'm a planner. Like, if I have a decision to make, I'll try to give myself enough time where I can. So when people are, like, indecisive or it's, like, I don't know, aloof.
So that's funny.
Funny story.
No
This is story time.
You don't have
So
time for that.
when we were picking colleges, like, I was super distraught because I realized that, like, you know, we've been best friends forever, but I knew that eventually we would have to split ways because it's like, I just hate it, like, in movies and stuff when people go to college for their boyfriend or for their best friend. I think that's so dumb. So I knew we were eventually going to split ways. So this chick here is, like, researching all these colleges and stuff, and she does the application, gets accepted, does the tour. I think your mom keeps, every time we talk about, your mom talks about, I put down all this money for the school and she picked blah blah blah.
I put down money.
So
I did my deposit.
She was about to go to Howard and she ended up going to Liberty. But it was kind of like, I guess back in the time when it happened, it was just like so like, whoo! Because it was like right when we, like junior year, 11th grade is when most people found out what school they were going to. And then it was like right at the end of senior year, she's like, oh no, I'm going to this school. And I was like, what? Like, yeah, do you have everything you need? Like,
it was a lot.
Did you get a tour? Do you need this? Do you need that? Like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, this is a big change, like last minute. Was it even that close to the end of senior year?
Yeah, no, I want to say it was almost summer when I switched over.
Oh my gosh, I would go live it. Like, if a kid of mine did that, I would just like probably have a stroke.
It wasn't me though. It was more so like, it was more so my dad kind of convincing me that I needed exposure from a different side. Like, you know, our school's mostly minority filled, so I I needed to experience
nothing on this channel.
the other topic. Yeah, the other side of life and how I was viewed. And I appreciate it looking back. I think I hated it, especially the first year while being there. But
you met a really good group of all your friends are mixed of some kind. Were y'all in some type of group of mixed black girls?
Mixed.
She's mixed.
Jessie.
What's your last name?
Jessie's black. Bianca's full Puerto Rican. Demi is mixed. She's Trinidadian, Puerto Rican, and black too. But
I feel like Jessie has something too. Wasn't she telling me?
No, she just looks real Asian, but she's just black.
And she looks like she got some Spanish in her. And I say that as a compliment. If you're watching, Jessie, you're a beautiful girl. She has really thick hair and it's long, and she has really creamy skin.
I feel like all my friends are beautiful. Y'all all cute.
Okay, so that was an extra side note to the side note, but the whole college thing, I guess it seemed like it was so last minute for me, but y'all were in it, and it probably wasn't that last minute for y'all.
It was last minute, and it was kind of, I don't think it was stressful, but it drives
me nuts. If we have a plan and it's just
a hard decision,
at the last minute someone does something, all my little red flags go what? So
either way, you were extra far from me, so
either way, I went to college in Vermont, y'all. That's another story. I have so much content now. I have so many ideas for stories. We can talk for hours. All right. So do we each give two?
Yeah. I was first. No, you didn't give another one, did you?
Okay. Pet peeve for Jessica. I'm gonna say living creatures. Anything that lives. That's a creature.
True. I love animals.
No, she hates birds.
I do. I'm terrified of birds. I have
do you hate butterflies? Is that you?
No.
Oh, that's my husband.
I literally only dislike birds.
She hates birds. That's something that really annoys her. Birds.
Horrible stories with birds.
I wonder, that's more like a fear. I wonder if I can give one that's something that really annoys you. I think driving is the best one that comes to mind for me. All right, what would you say?
I hate liars.
Your top? Okay, liars.
Yeah, lying is.
I haven't really come across that to even know that.
Yeah, pet peeve I probably have, but outside of that.
All right, for me.
Very chill.
If I had a top one, it'd probably be, I don't know, I feel like since I'm getting older in age now, and it's everyone's set in their ways, everyone's married and has their own families, I get really annoyed when it's I feel like if I'm trying to make a relationship work, it should be two ways. If I'm texting someone on Monday and it's Wednesday and you haven't texted me back yet and I can see you read it, she does a really good job. To be as busy as she is, we have great communication. But it's I don't understand people who are on Facebook all day and you saw that I text you and it could be something hey, how's your baby doing, or something like that. I just really hate inconsistency as far as communication. I have a lot of family members who are like that, and then a few friends, if you want to say that, but I'm gonna keep this channel positive. One thing that really
friends. You didn't use the close
friends, because that's what it is. If you're gonna be like that, but I don't know. A lot of people. My husband had to explain it to me. A lot of people don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you successful. They the thought of you makes them feel sad about their own life or lack of progress and success. So they just feel it's better to just brush you off. And a lot of times, I just be really sensitive and I overthinking it, and it's somebody looked at my message and they a notification went off and they went to something else, because I do that all the time. But I feel I make it a priority to check on people who I love. It's actually part of my daily routine, which we'll get into another video. But I just just my life right now, just being around so many people who pass away all the time, you just start to appreciate those people. So I just think it's it's really annoying when people take you for granted.
And I think you two have to I think as we get older, people's lives do get more chaotic, more busy and things like that. Yep. And I'll even admit I'm really bad with my phone. I'm always on the computer and on phones and have to be paying attention to it. So the moment that I'm able to kind of set it aside, I truly do set it aside and just don't look at it. Right. So in the morning, I try to make sure I go through text and respond to people or do things like that. But some people are very introverted and they don't have the energy, so I think you have to bring it full circle and know people's hearts and intentions.
Give them the side eye.
I'm just saying.
No, it's a difference. I do know.
I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, and just don't make it sometimes it's not about you, but you do need that effort reciprocated in a friendship. You don't want to give out more, feel like you're getting
Reciprocity.
The short end of the stick. So that makes sense.
All right. So we went on that question. The next one is, where is your birthmark?
This is cheating, and this is a horrible question because mine is too easy.
Crickets. I know it's somewhere in your face. Like,
you know it's somewhere on my face. Wonder where.
Oh, right. Okay. See, when I was writing this, I was just like, crap. Her birthmark is really obvious, but I feel like I kept thinking your wrist.
I have a big one on my side of my leg too.
I just knew it was somewhere obvious, and I couldn't remember what it was.
But do you remember in middle school I used to get made fun of? So the only two things I really ever got made fun of.
It's not that visible anymore. She got a lot more tan.
I've
She's
always been brown.
High yellow.
Brown.
High yellow. Not even yellow. Yellow.
Was my birthmark and me having a big head, of course. But like people used to say, like I shot people, and that's why I have this birthmark.
The tear mark?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
sorry. That's not funny, but it's funny. Like, who thinks of that?
Look at you.
Kids are mean.
But I don't know why that used to make me sad. Like, who cares? But it really used to hurt my feelings that people would say that about me. I don't know why.
It's terrible. I never thought of that. Okay, where's my birthmark?
I really don't know, so I'm gonna guess and say your stomach because I kind of faintly feel like it may be. Your back?
Is that your final answer?
No. Let me think.
I wonder if Brandon knows. My husband doesn't know.
I think I asked him and he said no. He didn't know.
You cheated.
He wouldn't tell me the answers anyways, but obviously if I don't know half the answers, it's not cheating.
I'm tilted. I look a little taller than you.
I'm gonna say my final answer will be your leg.
Kinda. All right, that's your final answer. It's actually on my ankle.
Aww,
and I always used to say it looks like United States, but I got a lot more tan too, so you can't really see it. I'll insert a picture since y'all can't see my ankle. Lord, I'm just giving myself more work to do to edit. All right, and last question. So $50 for an outfit, where would you go? Okay, so this is gonna be tricky. So if you had $50, or if I had $50 for an outfit, where would I go? And it's kind of like not so much shoes, because who can get shoes with $50?
Right.
Like more like a dress or like a top bottom like outfit. Where would you go?
Where would I go?
Oh no, you have to answer for me and I have to answer for you.
Okay.
So who's first?
So I'm gonna say, can I do like my top 3 places for you?
Okay, that's fair.
Ross.
Okay.
Plato's Closet.
Okay, that was my top one.
And
my new favorite,
Charlotte Russe. I said that's where you went today. I don't know.
Is that your last answer for this? Okay. For you, I would say
maybe TJ Maxx. Can I reel it back?
Yeah.
Throw it back out there.
For you, I would say, I feel like you've been doing a lot of online shopping. Like $50. Could you get a fit from Fashion Nova?
Yeah, I'm shopping from Fashion Nova. I like ASOS a lot right now.
You're supposed to
sorry.
Blame it on the juice.
Okay.
Second choice, I would say, what store do you even like? Like Burlington?
Yeah.
And then for my third and final, I'm gonna say Target.
I like Burlington for like bedding, suitcases, but not clothes. It's too hard to find clothes in there. Anything chaotic, I can't do.
My third option for you that I was gonna say was one of mine was Target.
Target
is turning into my new favorite store. I think I'm turning into a woman. Like, I used to hate Target. Like, I think because I'm so frugal, because I feel like
Target is getting expensive now, though. I won't like it used to be my go-to. It is, but you can always find
I call Target the $80 store. Like, you know how you have Dollar Tree, Five and Below. You cannot go in and out of Target without spending like $80 or like $60.
It'll definitely get you. You feel like you have like, I only have a little bit of stuff, and then your bill comes out to be $200. That's real life happens. I think I had like 6 things. I was like, what?
But I'm starting to like Target. Like, it's growing on me. So that was one of my answers.
I probably shop online more than anything though. Yeah. And then if I need something quick, I go to Target. And then I like Dillard's a lot.
Dillard's? Mm-hmm. Okay. So my answers would have been definitely Plato's Closet. It's hard to say like Ross because I put Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls.
Yeah, like
all those are the same. Mm-hmm. So I was gonna say Marshalls. I love Marshalls. Plato's Closet, Marshalls, and Target.
I don't think we have Marshalls where I live.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna say too, like Charlotte Russe, but I'm kind of pissed off because for a long time Charlotte Russe was closing, and I did not know until like 2 months ago. Like a little kid had to tell me, like, I just went to Charlotte Russe yesterday. I was like, in the mall? They're like, yeah, and I'm like, they opened like they did that big deal about firing all those people.
I think they did a minimizing, almost like
a bankruptcy probably.
Yeah, like I think Forever 21.
And now they're about to do it now too. I think like the art of shopping in a mall is just dying out because like the online brands are taking over.
Forever 21 also has like clothes for 12-year-olds, even their adult clothes. Like everything can't be cropped.
Right.
Everything can't have like Cheetos on it or cartoon characters. Like
online, the magic of technology. So well, I still have my best friend here. We're just gonna do some tips about how to keep in touch with your best friend long distance and how we manage to make our relationship work like through the years. So where should we even start? Let's say what we do every day, and then we go back from like 5th grade to like high school, middle school, all that drama. So like today,
I feel like we had some bumps in the road, but
I think everybody does.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like we've ever gotten to like a fight though.
Right. I know, it's so weird. Like even when I like disagree with her family's like so classy. Like she's just like, oh okay, well I agree to disagree, and I'm just like, all my other friends, it's like, I don't know, it's almost like not like sisters, because sisters shouldn't fight like that, but it's like we can go through the worst stuff and then it's like either we never talk again, or we're still friends, but it's just like I just know she's shady and I can't share like certain things. But like the best friend is always like information is abundant. So
I think it's just about understanding people are different. Like everybody doesn't have to agree or think the same way as you. Like everybody's their own person. Yeah. And that's what I love about like having friends. Like you get different perspectives and get to learn and understand things from so many different lights.
Right. So today, to make our friendship work as well as it does, like these are some hacks that I still, just because one of my goals for this year is to have like a big social presence with like all my friends and family, like my close people to me. Like if I were to have like a party and I feel like these people are important enough for me to invite, then these people need to have like access to my life.
Do you believe that for just your close friends, or do you believe that like in general, like sharing?
No, just
because I think that's something special. Like there's mad stuff that I do not post on anything,
yeah,
but all of my like friends know.
Right. Well, I feel like if they're important enough for me to give them a birthday gift, then they should be special. Like, so this is actually something that I do. It's like on my daily routine. So like if you want to start taking notes, this is a life hack. So in my iPhone, I'm pretty sure like 90% of the world has Apple products right now. So in my iPhone, I have my contact list and my keypad, and it's like one where you have favorites. So I have about 14 favorites, and I actually have it on my to-do list in my morning routine to like check on my favorites. So sometimes it's like for older people, like my mom and dad, I'll send them a text message and say, hey, how was your day? My mom has been doing a like awesome job texting me back. She'll like text me some mornings before I can text her, or if it's in the middle of the day, she'll be like, hey, you alive? Or what happened to, she'll be like, what happened to my morning text?
My morning text
and it's like so funny because like I always hear about people's relationships, like yours and your mom's, like that are like, oh, my mom's my best friend, or I talk to her almost every day. Well, at one point you were like, you and your mom are like close. But like my mom, I always wanted to say like, oh, I talk to my mom every day. And even though it's not like a full-blown conversation, I still like talk to my mom every day. So that's an accomplishment for me. But like most people, like my people my age or like my close friends, I'm like sending them screenshots of memes, or I'll send them something on Instagram, or I'll send them something funny that I found, and I'll like save it up so I can save it for the morning. Or if it's really funny, I'll send it to them then. A lot of times I'm sending them like YouTube videos about like life tips, like life hacks. And yeah, so pretty much everyone, all those 14 people, and I won't do every person every day. Like clearly if I messaged someone yesterday and they haven't responded yet, which I know those people personally like are busy, then I'll wait till they respond back to me, or if it's something like that. But like for the most part, those like 14 favorites I talk to every single day through text or phone call or something. So, and then
that's a good hack. That's probably something I'm the worst with. Like even as we talk like about my mom, like I'm really like starting to get, or I guess I've always really been big on like energy and being around people all the time.
You better not.
What?
I was actually about to say your mom had bad energy.
I wouldn't say that here. I mean,
we love you, Lisa.
Yeah, sometimes I think we wear on each other, but and I think that's everyone.
Yeah,
but,
that's the age too.
Yeah,
this is right. This is an age right here, right before we turn into our moms. So it's like it's always darkest before dawn, and like 3 to 5 years from now, we're gonna be like, "Ma, guess what I just told so and so, and that sounded just like you."
I think, and then too, like once you have kids too, like that makes you and your parents grow closer too. But
no kids club.
That's not exciting.
It's something to celebrate, because I mean, that's something that's not talked about. I actually want to dive into that on this channel, because there's so many women who like are existing and they're like 25 and up, maybe close to their like low 30s, who are not married, or if they are married, they don't have kids yet. Like us, we're married and we don't have kids, and like everybody in the whole world is like, oh my god, do you have kids? Are you gonna have kids? And it's like pressure. Like why can't this just be normal? Why can't people just exist without kids, without pressure? Maybe we wanna.
I think people see that as a part of life, like having kids, and I mean, not to say
it's a choice.
That's what I'm saying. It should be a choice. Like I mean,
it's definitely something I want, but it doesn't mean like, what if somebody didn't want kids or they couldn't have kids? That's so insensitive.
Yeah, that's
like,
the part I think that bothers me. Like
maybe
you don't know
we want to like save some money. Maybe we want to get out of debt. Maybe we want to have something to give to our kids without people just like forcing kids on us. And like a lot of times people don't rub me the wrong way, and I'm like, who gonna raise them? Are you gonna give me money for them?
You want them?
So you gonna pay me? Okay, if you send me some money every month, then I'll start having some kids. But you know, we need like,
and then too, like it's like for me, like I know people who do want to have families and start their families young, but for me it's also important just to have time with my spouse, like just be able to explore, travel, do stupid stuff, and spend money stupidly.
Travel. We just went to Puerto Rico in July, so like picture doing that with some kids. But yeah, I just want
your kids too, though.
I mean, that was a lot of planes. Yeah, that was a lot.
It was kids on our plane though.
Oh my god, I don't know why, but. Yeah, I just wanted to like, I'm definitely going to address that on this channel. Just like, let people be. Like, somebody's normal might not be your normal. And I say that as I like pressure my best friend today. Like, okay, when are we having kids? Like, I do that to her all the time, but she knows it's not out of a place of pressure. Like, I'll have my own pressures and stuff about age.
All you want.
Yeah, she ain't budget for nobody. Jessica's the type of person, she's not going to go home at night and be like, oh my God, 4 people today asked me when I was having it. She's not like that. So I feel like I know I can talk freely to her.
God's timing is always perfect.
Like without walking on eggshells. I can just talk to her and vent. But okay, we got off topic. So keeping in contact, life hack is to definitely make a favorites in your phone. And even if you don't have an iPhone, which I didn't mean to like just make that crowd feel crazy, because there's some nice Androids out there that's expensive. But like just keep a list in your phone. Or maybe, do they have a favorites?
I have no clue, but I mean, I definitely think that's a
favorites
good idea.
Phone, keep your favorites, and it can be even people that you want to be close to that you haven't.
Just remembering to do that, even if you don't have a favorite. It's like, you know who those special people are in your life. Maybe
go down all your contacts.
You can put 1, 2, 3 by them, and it'll automatically put them
put an emoji in their name. Life hack.
Yeah.
Like people that you want to be close to, people that are like kind of always being nice to you, and you're just like, I should talk to them more. Like just really nice people at your job, or people who are just like friendly. Like just reach out to them more. You don't know, people could be like always doing what they want done to them. So
I think that's a big thing as you talk about, like, I guess my number one thing with us is we are both probably like extreme overthinkers and over communicators. So that just helps us with our dynamic, with always being honest. If one of us is hurt, one of us is irritated with each other, we just tell each other. We're very direct and to the point, so I think that helps us too. And probably part of the reason why we've never had like a huge tip,
right?
Or falling out or anything.
What are other things we do to keep in contact all the time? Not that I'm a big believer in depression, but I do have my moments when I get really sad, and it's a pattern. Like, I'm a busybody, personality type A perfectionist, so when I wake up in the morning and I go to work, and then I get off work and go to my next job, and then I come home and I got a hair appointment, I come home and it's midnight, and I go to sleep, get up tomorrow and do it all over again, I'm pretty much happily functional. But when I get up and I don't have to work that day, and then I go to my gymnastics job and I get off and I probably don't have hair, when I have like a long stretch of free time, for some reason, I get freaked out in all those free spaces, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had friends. I wish I had someone who lived close to me to go like get my nails done with, and I'll end up like either reading a book or watching YouTube or watching Netflix, and it's like all these girlfriends doing stuff together. I'm like, oh. So I actually like went on Pinterest, like did a lot of research and tried to find out like how to stay in touch, like long distance friends, and I found like a really good list of stuff. Yeah. And one of them that kind of stuck with us, like not recently, but it started off really good. It says something that you do all the time, like wash the dishes or go into a store to shop or do this and that. Just call or text your best friend because you're doing something that's like mindless. You don't need all your focus to wash dishes. You don't need all your focus to like browse through racks. So I'll text her and just be like, hey, I'm walking into Target. It's always Target. Yeah. Hey, I'm going into Target. Can you chat? And she'll either respond back, hey, no, I'm in a meeting. Or she'll be like, yeah, give me 2 seconds. Like, we'll just be chit-chatting. And it's like every few seconds, I'm like, ooh, this sweater is cute.
Should I buy this? Should I get it? Yeah.
So that's actually a really good hack. If it's something mindless that you can do, that you do all the time, just think about like all those little time adding up, just adding quality time to your friendship. That's another like life hack. Let me see, what is another thing that we normally do?
We haven't done this yet, but I think the really cool thing, or I guess preluding to that, watching shows together.
I sent that to you, but our schedules don't line up.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't actually watched them together, but we can watch. Like, one of the most fun things, long distance, I think, was watching. What was that show that we watched? Revenge. Gossip Girl.
Oh,
she made me. I hate shows like that. I hate shows like
and
that.
And that's another thing.
And she put me on
so
it.
Hard for us because she can watch like suspense, killer, all crazy action, but if I'm watching a movie with my husband and it's action, you know what's happening 2 minutes into that movie? I'm knocked out. I do not do action. The guns and blowing up. And then I can't do suspense. I do not like anything scary, none of that stuff. It's just too much for me. So she can do a lot of stuff that I can't do, but I will say she got me into like, I think this is more like, it was a drama, like half drama, half suspense. But if you haven't seen Revenge on ABC, or it's on Netflix now.
It's coming back out.
They're making a new season. Oh my gosh. So I actually did like Revenge. And it's kind of rough because like the first 3 episodes, I made my husband watch me because I was like a real chicken. And then after that, he wasn't
that scary.
It's more drama. And it wasn't that scary. And like, I'm a binge watcher. So if I can knock out like 4 episodes in one day, that's what I'm going to do. But he's just kind of like, oh, okay, half episode over. Let's do the rest of mine. I'm like, bro, like, you can't leave me hanging. So I ended up watching it by myself with her at the same time, and I loved it. And I was just like, I'm so glad I didn't like chicken out and I watched
What was that other show that we watched together that was like those shows like that? Not Revenge.
I like dramas,
like gossip. Yeah, some of that is like corny to me, but
I love it.
Like Gossip Girl was actually good, and then American Teenager was the other one.
Oh, that was a dumb one.
Yeah,
I hated that. And it's hard when you watch stuff like on different schedules because I'd be watching way ahead of her.
Yeah.
Another one that I watched. I don't think I did this with you, but you should. I would go through that again, like I think it was 10 seasons. Desperate Housewives, or it was like 8 seasons.
You know, I think I used to watch with.
It was sci-fi.
Either my Lovey, one of my grandmothers.
That's a good show.
But I would only catch like bits and pieces of it.
No, it's such a good one. It's a good picture. Like,
it's
like sci-fi type, but
Housewives,
it's a lot of drama. Like, I feel like every season is a big killer. Like, someone dies.
I don't remember that.
Like, and then on the very last episode of the last season, it was like someone was leaving moving out of the neighborhood, and like they had like somebody who died was wearing all white. So throughout the whole neighborhood, you saw like each member who died, except Evie. Did y'all notice that Evie wasn't on that last episode?
You're doing spoiler. You have to put spoiler.
Comment below. Desperate Housewives has been out for.
It doesn't matter. Maybe somebody's watching.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen Desperate Housewives,
I hate when videos do that.
You're
like, what?
If you're alive in 2019, hey, you know what?
You need to do a graphic before you say it.
Somebody might be watching Desperate Housewives right now.
Like, so you're about to ruin it for me. You told me to watch it. And
I will say, if you watched it, if you haven't watched it in 2018, you need to get on it because that was a good one. And it's suspenseful. And even as scared as I am, I liked it. So y'all might like it. So yeah, watching shows together is a good one. You got any? We probably could have a million good ideas. The problem is follow through because you'll get so busy and caught up, and it's like,
oh my gosh, I haven't talked to my best friend in like,
which we won't let that happen. Not talk to. If it's not, and it won't be like thoroughly talked to, but like I want to say probably at least twice a week. we're going back and forth. Like I'll write her a message on Instagram, or I'll reply to her story, "Hey girl," or I'm like, "What is that?"
Don't wait so long, it doesn't have to be like hour-long conversations. If you just catch up with each other, shoot a text, check in, like it makes it so it's not like, yeah, you are gonna have like 2-hour-long conversations because of course it's your friend, but
right.
Every single time doesn't have to be that way.
Right. And find out their love language. Like, I know if you don't believe in love languages, look up Gary Chapman, 5 love languages, and believe it or not, there's different ones for different scenarios. Like my love language with my husband is not the same love language as it is with my friends, and it's not the same one as my sister, not the same one with my coworker.
Well, actually, I think my love language is probably the same all the way around.
It could be like that, but
well, no, it's not because it's physical touch and
you don't like physical touching.
I
will say I think hers is quality time when it comes to friendship, because it's always like we'll text each other and blah blah blah, but like being around her is so different. It's just like, oh, I feel like we're actually like in high school again. Like,
I'm probably like that friend who, like, we may not talk for 3 weeks.
It's so hard texting and calling.
But then I could see
in
you,
person,
and it'll be like we never not saw
don't
each other.
stop talking.
Yeah.
And I talk a lot. And she talks a lot. Yeah. It's just never ending. We got way off topic again.
Well, no, we didn't. That's
so
topic.
We were saying how we stay in contact now. Now we have to say like kind of like from 5th grade to middle school to high school to college to after college to now.
Yeah. I mean, I think when we first started
out of college for like a long time.
Like 5 years, 6 years now.
Longer for me. I didn't finish college. So 5th grade was easy because, you know, in school, friendships are easy. You see your friend every day and it's just like, oh, my friend. Middle school was like a little bit different because I feel like we got closer to different people. Like I was really close with this girl who lived like on the same block as me, and we had a couple classes together because, like, you know, you switch classes in middle school. So we like rode the same bus, and we saw each other during school a lot, lunch, and then we rode the same bus and came home. And for us, we only saw each other like through a couple of classes. I feel like we kind of
I think our like we just said, we're very opposites of each other, and I think our differences started to really like our different interests started to really like come out. So like, whereas I like more sports and
I did dance groups.
Like a bigger tomboy, and
I was in trouble a lot. I was boy crazy. So in high school, I actually started living with an aunt who was not even really my blood aunt. She's like related to my little sister, her family. But shout out to you, Aunt BB, love you. She was amazing, a great inspiration in my life. And honestly, I credit a lot of my personality today to her, like just with the list making, being so thorough, being so like organized. Okay, so high school was pretty easy because we saw each other literally a lot. Like I went to ring dance with her. Like I didn't have a date. And then at prom, even though I had a date, it was still like our dates basically sat down and we like spent all prom together. Wait, is that right? You're looking questionable. Did you have a prom date? Yes. And I had a prom date.
I don't remember.
I texted you, Eddie.
I'm saying I don't remember prom from.
Oh, through college, that was a tricky part because I felt isolated from everyone at college. I went to college in Vermont, and this is a sub story because I never even heard of this college before, but my telecom teacher who knew that I wanted to go into meteorology forecasting, he said, oh, you should go to Linden State College in Lindenville, Vermont. And I was like, what? I was like, isn't Vermont like one of those states that you learn in 5th grade? Like, it's a real place. So I went to college in Vermont for about 2 years and started having issues with calculus. So long story short, I didn't finish, but I got a lot of great life experience being up there. It's like, there's not a lot of us up there. So they said it's more cows than black people in Vermont. It's probably true. But it was great. I didn't talk to like anybody. It was like, I don't know, I felt guilty because senior year was a rush. Senior year was crazy because you start off with like everyone, I feel like all year it's like once you decide what college you go to and people keep asking you, it's just like, oh my God, that's so great for you. You got a great head on your shoulders. It was like at church, people were just giving me money that didn't even know me. People were like writing me cards. Little kids were like saying, I want to be like you when you grow up. And I was just like, oh, pressure. So when I got to college, even if things didn't go well, I didn't want to tell a lot of people because I felt like I was letting everybody down. Like even when I went like out of school, I didn't go back to like Hampton Roads where we came from, the 757. I actually started living in the RVA. Like I cannot face that because I'm gonna look like a high school dropout. But I feel like senior year was really good. We had our senior breakfast together. We started. Oh, that's what it was. So there was like cliques in our high school. Like high school.
A fashion show.
America's Next Top Model was such a big thing for my generation. Like everyone born in the 90s, like middle school, high school, everyone was like wearing high heels to school, wearing like Gucci bags, Louis Vuitton bags, and it was just like
I don't think you got made fun of though if you didn't have or didn't, because I know I didn't do that crap.
You didn't get made fun of. I grew up and
I was wearing sweatpants every day.
I grew up downtown, so at the bus stop I was getting like roasted every day. I mean, not for real, but it was kind of like you kind of knew where you stood. Like there was like ladders, and I was like here because I never wore like really nice high heels. I never wore like.
I feel like you used to dress up every single day. Junior year and beyond.
Yeah.
We were like on this business.
Yeah.
Grown woman.
Before then, so it must have been 10th grade then. So one of my good girlfriends, Mookie, she like had my back. She was just like, so Ariana, let me tell you about skinny jeans. So blah, blah, blah. And she gave me like 4 pairs of like, ooh, I almost said Fashion Nova. It was Forever 21. When their jeans came out, everybody got some. And I didn't have any. So she gave me like 4 pairs of like dark wash skinny jeans. And I was just like, oh, okay, thank you. And she like just had my back. She was just like, so if you're gonna get your hair done, blah, blah, blah. And my aunt was always on top of the hair. Like when I started with my aunt in high school, she was like, anything I asked for, she really helped me out with, unless it was something unreasonable. One time I was like, hey, can I dye my hair purple? She was like, okay. And we dyed my hair purple. And it was like that for like, it was like that for half the year, even though I didn't take care of it.
It wasn't like outrageous.
It all broke. It was just like a little block right here, and she bleached it. She dyed it purple, and I was just like, okay. Like I wish I knew back then that I could have asked her, hey, can I have your old purses? And I actually have an aunt in Atlanta who used to come back every few months and give me all her old stuff. Like I remember she had a lot of 7 jeans. I don't even know if that's a big thing right now, but a lot of 7s jeans. So like Mookie kind of like told me in a nice way, but like not in a mean way, but she was just like, you need to step it up as far as your fashion and what you're wearing, because you're so nice, you're smart, and you be doing this and that, and you know, this is what everybody's wearing, this is what sneakers everybody wearing, don't be wearing a Walmart sneakers. And I was just like, okay. And she actually adopted me into her group. Like it was her and like 3 other black girls that were like kind of close to my neighborhood, and they called themselves Chocolate, and it was so cute. And it's like everyone had a little candy thing. They did Secret Santa, they did like they prayed for each other every morning before school. They had like a group text. It was like all that stuff that I kind of was like never part of, but it was just like, oh, okay, that was what regular people do. But I had my best friend, but we never did like, it was always just us. It was never like 5 or 6 girls, which I'm kind of glad, because people get catty.
I feel like we had that outside of each other though.
Right.
Like
there's a lot of
like almost like you said, I floated around. I wasn't like because I played sports. I was in so many different things, SGA, and so I didn't really have the opportunity to like stay to one group or be siloed into one thing. I think I was just a little bit of everywhere.
Oh, and then senior year, we actually got to pick our shirts. So we graduated in 2009, and like our shirts kind of look like jerseys for their t-shirts. So on the front was like a big O and a big 9, and on the back top you got to like write your own words. So all of us in the Chocolate gang, we got to pick like whatever we wanted, but I actually found out about it too late. Like, so I just put GBA, because that's what I was writing everywhere. It just stands for God Before All, because like I think back then all the acronyms were really popular. Like people were saying,
we have a picture of ours when we were in telecom.
Yeah, everyone has like one that said BBH, like Bros Before Hoes, or whatever women said. So I always just put GBA, God Before All, but then everyone had their chocolate one. I was like, dang, I should get another shirt. So
I think my last name was just on mine. I think mine said like Inco.
Did it? Okay. Shout outs to Bed Bath & Beyond for having these wonderful RVA shirts. I think I'm reflected. And then
shout out to Target for this t-shirt. It was like $3.99.
That was cute. But yeah, that's kind of how high school went for us. But we were still like really, really good friends. It was just always like, I don't know, we saw each other all the time.
We definitely had like a falling out. I think just our friend groups didn't mesh when we did try to bring people together or try to hang out with the groups. And more than just us. Like either, I don't want to say people didn't like either one of us.
But Jessica was always my mom's favorite. We were like, hey mom, can I go blah blah blah? She's like, well who? Why? No. And I was like, mom, can I go? Who's going? Jessica. Okay. Those are just like a lot of life tips to stay in touch with your best friend. What was was I gonna say? Another good thing is just to go ahead and like spend your holidays with each other if you can plan it. Like we're both from the same hometown, the 757. Plus I still have like a lot of in-laws on that side of town. So anytime a big holidays come up, I'm like, hey, where you gonna be for blah blah blah? And most likely I see her every Christmas, every a little part of every summer. What else?
Do trips.
Do trips together. That
Couple
Puerto Rico
trips,
trip.
girls trips. Wherever you can.
I'm gonna import a lot of video or pictures from our Puerto Rico trip. Oh my gosh, it was like the highlight of my life because I always thought I wanted to do something like big and tropical, and the more I researched it, like she basically travels for a living. Her job is always sending her somewhere, and I always thought I wanted to go to Hawaii, but I'm such a frugal person. Everyone who I've said that to, like, you want to go to Hawaii? And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, you go spend all your money in Hawaii, and I'm just like, oh. So Puerto Rico was perfect.
I still want to go to Hawaii, but it is pricey.
I don't want to go.
Like we would have to plan it for like 2 years and save up.
I think now that we did such a big trip, like I still want to do. Maybe we should start a tradition where we're like every year doing like trips together. Like even if it's just a weekend between us, because I know y'all don't. You know, you're already traveling a lot, and like our husbands are not like best friends, but they're cool with each other, and it's crazy the similarities that they have.
Best friends.
I mean, on the trip they
They
were
have a
like
choice.
they were vibing so high on the trip. It was just like they was just like, hey, I knew you was into this, and like they practically do all the same things that the other person likes.
Most guys can get along with each other.
Right.
They just make them be cool. Yeah.
So I think every other summer we should do like small trip, big trip. Like this summer we should probably do something small. I am craving like Myrtle Beach. I really, really want to go to Myrtle.
I don't know if I'm bad about Myrtle Beach.
You know what? I want to go to Myrtle Beach. The last time I've been, I was like probably
I want
like
to go to Nags Head.
well, anywhere that's like not expensive on the Carolinas. That's
We
like
can do
nice.
easy. Nags Head real easy.
Okay, well I
It's
just
not
want a beach
expensive
in
at all.
Carolina.
We probably
And
get
then-
like a big group to go there because it's so close to home too.
Yeah,
And
for
get
y'all.
a beach house.
She's in Charlotte, y'all. I won't tell you exactly where, but she's in Charlotte, and
It's
I'm in
way closer to you.
I'm in the R, Richmond, Virginia.
It's
But
way,
I
Nags
won't
Head
tell
is
you
way
more than
closer to you.
Yeah. Oh, you tell me. So I'm thinking after the summer, if we do something small, maybe next summer we can do something big. Everyone else, like out of us four, are like, you should do something like blah blah blah. But when I think of the word vacation, I think of beach. Like I don't think about a cabin and snow. I don't think about mountains.
I do want to go skiing.
I don't think about none of that. I don't think
Or
about
snowboarding.
I don't think about forest and camping. I think about a beach. So if I'm taking off work, I want to enjoy myself. I want to get some vitamin C, some sunshine, wear a bathing suit, take some cute pictures like the one here, and just like enjoy.
She's a hot mess.
I'm gonna put in a picture of that. I just want to enjoy the beach. Like I feel like I don't know how many beach trips it's gonna take to get out of my system. Probably not any. So
No, I think the beach is always fudge. And I think the biggest thing about too, like, I don't have a beach close to us right now. Like our closest beach is 4 hours away.
ooh,
So that's something you always
it's
like.
almost like me
want
too.
more. Yeah.
Even though we're in Richmond, it's like you
2
talk about
hours.
these hidden rock beaches. It's so you gotta hike from mountains.
The
to them.
James River.
Yeah, no, some actually nice beachy places where the tide is faster and it's like clear sand. It's not like swampy. Cause people go tubing here.
And so it's not in Lynchburg, but it's near. It's like
Oh
maybe
yeah,
40
it is
minutes
something
away.
up there. My girlfriend and farm
We jumped off a bridge.
Oh my god, no, that's too much.
That was cool.
Like I could
But then
do.
as soon as you hit the water, so I didn't think about you're too focused on like, oh my gosh, I'm about to jump off a bridge. But as soon as you hit the water, you're like, oh my gosh, what's in this nasty water? It could be snakes. It could be like I was panicking. I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Oh my gosh.
That was such a dumb decision, but it was so fun.
So, we were just talking about ways to keep in contact long distance, and we were talking about we have like a million stories. We could talk to y'all for 10,000 hours. If there's anything that y'all want to know, a question, comment below, so you can so we can answer your questions. And you can have if you have any ideas for us about keeping in contact long distance, definitely give them up. Just give us a bunch of ideas, stuff for us to try. Maybe we can like do a FaceTime.
We mail stuff to each other randomly too.
Oh, we've been doing that since college.
Yeah.
Just like mailing each other stuff.
Send your best friend something that has confetti in it so they make a mess and have to clean it up. It's great.
And I feel like the first time, who was first, you or me? feel like that's something you did to me first. So the first time she did that to me, I was pissed off, and I was like, I'm gonna get her back.
Oh yeah, because you opened it up in the hallway.
Oh yeah, and I was just like, oh my god, there's glitter everywhere. And then I think it was glitter. No, it was confetti you sent to me. It was like a big thing, and then I sent you glitter because it was thinner. I didn't want you to suspect it, like I was doing the same thing to you. And then like after that, it was like played out. So I was like, okay, let's give it a break. So speaking of like our traveling together, this is just some really cool videos of us in Puerto Rico together. So enjoy. Thanks again, y'all, for tuning in and watching these life hacks as far as keeping in touch with your long distance BFF. This is my best friend, Jessica. So, remember, wake up,
Pray,
hustle,
Heyo.
and repeat.
I forgot.